for another episode of The Darker the Logic, and this time I'm going to do something I normally don't do, which is I don't talk about celebrities unless they just so happen to bleed over into politics. Case in point, some years ago, you had Cardi B, who was, in big with not only, I think the one thing that made me fall in love with her, I might not like all of her music, but the things that I do love about her was her keen sense for politics. And it's not just because she was on the Democratic side, but she went and was supporting Bernie Sanders. That's very important. Very important. And I don't know, the minute I saw her do that interview with him, immediate gushes. And I'm in love with her. Point blank, I'm in love with her. So I'm sorry, if I do happen to get somewhere where she can hear me, Ms. B, can I make you Mrs. B? Just saying. Just saying. My last name starts with a B, so, it works. Anyways. So before we get started, let me go ahead and say this. Hey man, I see that you guys are watching, but you're not liking and you're not subscribing. Now, I get it. Some of you might not enjoy my content, but some of you do. And so I only ask this one favor of you. It costs nothing, and all it does is just help the channel grow. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And for those of you who don't know, I'm not monetized. So it's not like I'm doing this so I can get tons of money. No, I'm actually doing this so that I can grow, so that I can get a voice that I can reach out to these specific people that I am talking about and that I will be talking about in just a moment. So with that being said, let's go into this. So I know everybody is reeling over the Drewski portrayal of Erica Kirk, or at least that's what everybody wants to call it. But in his words, he never said her name. He just wore a wig. He wore the white outfit, and he did make the comment that she made, which I'll get into later. Now, I find it interesting because first off, let me go ahead and dispel one of the things that I know is going around, and that she was trying to take out legal action. Well, his team has actually put out a statement to say that she has not done that at all. That was just something that was brought up. And I kind of believe that it would be done by, the MAGA swallowers, hashtag Heidi Friedman. Thank you. And I can see this as they're trying. Okay, so here's something that a Trumpster kind of original deal that he likes to do. If anybody ever says anything bad about him, what he does, even though he knows it's not going to work, is he'll go and do the whole, I'm going to sue you. Yeah, I'm going to sue you for defamation and all kinds of stuff. But apparently, she put out a cease and desist letter, which didn't exist. But Trump's fire move is to always try and do that in order to try and bully people into being quiet or leaving it alone, because he knows he's not going to win, but that's not the point. It's about tying them up in litigation, which means time and money. What a bastard. I mean, if that's your go-to move, really? But anyways, so I should also begin by saying this too. I have created my own little word for bad white people, and I call them napkins. And today we're going to talk about napkin face and why. Oh, by the way, hashtag at Didi on TikTok. She brought this up to me today, and it's something that I should have known of, but I'm not really in theater. I do cinematography. But, whiteface is actually a part of the preparation. When you were going to get set up, I mean, you've seen this a lot in a lot of theater, and you especially see it in Asian cultures when it comes to their theater and whatnot. But they will don whiter face, white, they'll put it all on. And it's been around. But when Drewski did it, and he did napkin face, now all of a sudden, it's a horrible deal. And what's so interesting is that I had to go and start looking into this guy and really seeing, because I had seen him around and whatnot, but the things that I had seen, it's not who I am, it's not what I represent, it's not what I like. So I didn't really pay attention to it. And I didn't know that he has done napkin face quite a bit. Quite a bit. And, after seeing this and then seeing all of that, Drewski, you got my support, buddy. Hey, man. Good job. Do more. Can you please do some Trumpster fire stuff? Please. But anyways, let's get back to the story. So she decides that she is, which is really funny. So like, a quote from him is that, you saw the hair, the makeup, and the dress, or the outfit, and you automatically assumed it was yourself. That's kind of telling. And that's true. And I think the biggest thing that she is mad about is that he brought to light her blatant just stupidity. Like, I don't believe in anything she's done. I don't believe in any of the movements she's trying to start. She is a grifter times 30. She's just a dirty grifter, and it's sad. But Drewski brought this all to light, and now I find it interesting. #MAGA swallowers are so adamant about trying to make this a big deal, but I'm sure you guys don't forget, or you did forget, that you made a millionaire out of a racist doing blackface. Now here is a millionaire doing napkin face, and you want to hate that? Why come, huh? Sorry, I live in the country, and that was one of the things that I always heard was why come. Anyways, so I'm going to play for you the whole video, so that way you can see what's going on and you can see for yourself, in case you are one of those that was almost like myself, living under an entertainer's rock. Like, I don't really care. They're just normal people that somehow got overglorified. But anyways, I digress.
Get on your feet, boy!
Raging in Iran.
We're praying for all the soldiers and troops.
That's great that you're praying, but
how about all the kids that died when the USA hit the towers?
It broke my heart. That is the
In what ways have you grown closer to Jesus?
I serve a righteous God, and that is why we say our prayers. We are all his children. But when I say children, I mean like the holy, blessed Trinity, which is why I hold the Bible. Sweet cream foam chai ice matcha. And Bella will have all organic pup cup.
organic?
Yes, everything organic.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free?
4, 3, 7. Oh, Hannah, you good? 4, 3, 2. Hold your chest lifted. We're gonna lift.
We have to protect all men in America, especially all white men in America. Those are the boys that we care about in this country. America is built on their backs. Yes, because they are the ones who mattered most.
Okay, so you saw the video, and I mean, aside from the dance move that he did, he pretty much just nailed her spot on. I mean, one of the biggest things, and I think one of the big reasons why she's really up in arms is because of the idea that, you know, he was talking about, you know, hey, napkin males, you don't need to apologize to anybody. But that right there in itself is an absolute danger, because considering how they have been trying to fill all of these young white dudes' minds with, oh, you're the gods, you're the creators of everything, the country was built off of your back. Sure, yeah, your back of the house where everybody else that you had as slaves were doing it. Yeah, that might be. But for you to say that now, and especially in the times where we have Trumpster doing that obvious racism, but not calling it that, which, you know, is kind of indicative it's a war that he's not calling a war, but he does call a war. Anyways, for her to tell people that, and especially he's talking to these white guys and these incels, which I find so interesting because, MAGA, you don't know what you are doing or what you want or who you are or where you want to be. You don't know anything. All you know is that we just want to have white privilege so that way we can continue doing exactly what we're doing and being bottom of the bucket, but still having all of this. Like, you were literally some of the lowest educated. Remember, the highest educated people are black women. And so Napkin males were so upset about hearing that. And now you have this woman out here trying to profess to them, oh, no. Sorry. That video was hilarious. But she's out here trying to tell these incels that you are the one, you're the rightful ones, you're this, and you're that. And that's going to create a stir. And now to see Drewski out here making fun of her for that, oh man, I am sure these MAGA swallower guys are just ready to go and start all over the place because that's all they know how to do. And for the most part, not even doing it well because anybody can hit a moving, hit a standing still target. Anybody. Now, I guess the hunters and whatnot. Yeah, you might be good or whatever, but the rest of you guys, you ain't gonna stand a chance. Sorry, I'm just saying. But I think we really need to dive into what MAGA, the cult, the leaders of the cult are really trying to do, is they are trying to destroy the country to rebuild it in the white, in the napkins image, and in the process, they're trying to create an army. But they're doing all of this honestly. Let's rage bait, let's race bait, and let's do all these kinds of things because they do not want you paying attention to what they are doing. Now, I'm not going to keep making this all about something else. This is simply about Thumbelina Kirk. Sorry. Her dead husband had the cranial structure of a thumb. And for me, I had to call him Thumbelina Kirk. I had to call her Thumbelina Kirk because that was the best thing I could do. Now, my biggest thing is this. You were okay with White Chicks, right? The movie, and you were all okay with that. You were okay with Martin Lawrence doing a couple of things where, he played a white person. Dave Chappelle really paved the way. Which actually it was in one of the comments on Facebook, but it's true. But when Dave Chappelle really paved the way for that napkin face, but he did it in the essence of what they're actually trying to be. Well, now he was a comedian too, but I don't get it. I just don't get it. It's okay to do blackface and then try and scoot your way out of it. No, it was just a joke. It was a joke. It's all a joke. Oh, please. It's just a joke. Don't cancel me. It was a joke, right? Well, here's a comedian doing that, and you want to MAGA cancel him? I don't know. But all I'm going to say is, to that effort, Drewski, good on you. MAGA swallowers. And with that, like I said, I was going to make this a short one, so please, by all means, if you do enjoy, or if you can get something out of the things that I am putting out, please, take a second. That's it. And it's done. It's done. There's a button that says, subscribe, and there's a little tiny thumb. Those two combined are your worst enemies. You want to beat them. You want to beat your enemies. So just go ahead and punch that like button and kick that subscribe button. Okay, I'm going too far. All right. Anyways, you know what to do. Hey man, keep yourselves safe. No King's Day. Apparently there was 11 million people that showed up, and that's just here in America. That's also worldwide. I'll be back with some more to talk about that stuff, but I'm out.